Worship to me is more than going to church on Sunday and seeing the bright lights and hearing the loud music. I think as Christians, we tend to use the word worship as a generic term for softer or slow music, when in reality, I think that worship is defined as how we express our love to God and how intimate we can get with Him.
I think I used to kind of think of it as a one-way dialogue. Well, I guess it can't be a dialogue if it's one way. But in terms of the conversation, I kind of just used to think of it as a one-way thing, like me giving to Him. But I think as I've grown, I've just kind of been touched by God's generosity in the sense that even though worship and praise belongs to Him and it's something that we should give Him freely, it really is a dialogue. As much as I pour out, He's generous enough to give me far much more back.
I think worship, more than anything, involves every part of your life. It's about laying down every piece of yourself and giving it to God. Worship is an outflow of your relationship with Him.
Worship has a really big role in my everyday life, specifically because I really love to sing a lot all the time, and usually it's worship songs because they're just so engraved in my heart that it's worship songs that come out when I'm doing simple tasks like washing the dishes or walking through a dark alleyway, or it's a worship song that comes out. I enjoy worship, and it gives me peace, it calms me down, but it also gives me joy.
Worship defines my life. If it didn't define my life would be very different. I think I wouldn't be living for Jesus, because it has to be every day, every moment. I'm not perfect, and I probably could think of Jesus in every single moment of my life, and sometimes I get distracted by the busyness of life, but when I start to do that, I start to realize that I need to come back to Jesus and say, okay, God, what am I doing wrong here? Because this is just starting to become like a rat race, and I think that worship brings purpose back into your life.
Relentless Camp, 09, it was like the first time it was introduced to us, and we were just singing about His love and how He loves us, and come to find out there were so many issues and so many things that were just kind of brought to the forefront for some reason, and you can just feel the Spirit of God moving in that service. And what ended up happening was we just had a crazy night where we were just kind of singing towards God, and we were just worshiping, and in that moment is when we encountered the love of God. When we sang about the love of God, we encountered Him, and we felt His presence to be very tangible, like He was in the room.
I really like to do my quiet time at night, when I just have some alone time just in my room, or sometimes I just really like to go outside into nature and just kind of sit out there with my Bible and just really let the Lord love on me. It's become as simple as that. I found that it doesn't have to be complicated. It's just like, okay, Jesus, I'm here. Just love me, give me a big hug, and that's just how it is. And it's amazing what the Lord speaks to you when you just let Him talk to you.
I think the biggest thing for me, because I'm still learning with singing and I'm still learning with being a part of the choir, is to worship Him in the everyday, with my job, the way that I do my job, the way that I interact with the children, my attitude when I walk around. I know I'm very quiet and sort of, withheld sometimes, but it's important to me to worship God with the person that I am, I guess. And I think you can do that.
I worship God through music. When I sing on Sunday nights, or when I play the keyboard or the guitar, I do it in worship to God. And people think that music is exclusive to worship, but you can worship God by praying, you can worship God by giving an offering, you can even worship God by drawing and dancing. There's so many ways that you can worship God, and music is just a single way, or it's one facet of worshiping God.